Hello, everybody. Hi.
Yasu.
Hello.
Oh, we're laughing because...
Not for long.
No,
Not for
I
long.
don't think so. This is episode 94 of Sports and Spaghetti. We're marching our way towards episode 100. It's Chris, Ant, and Nick with you for yet another episode of fun. And boy, this one might be one of the most fun ones yet.
I think this is going to take the cake.
Something's going to be taking, and it might be me, into a bucket. Yeah, we've got a lot of excitement on the show today. The sports are going to be fine, and the sports are always good. I have some students of mine who just fast forward to the sports, and that's okay. But I urge them this week to make sure they stay for the whole thing, because I think it's going to be entertaining.
This is a good one today.
You can see that Nick, he looks pale already. But before we get to the paleness, let's take care of some business. The Jolly Rancher word of the week. And this week, the Jolly Rancher word of the week is described as the state of matter change when something goes from liquid to gas. Okay, you tell me what word that is. I'm not going to tell you anything more. You tell me what the word is, you get a Jolly Rancher on Mr. Walker. I made sure to get that out of the way quickly, Anthony. I think you have some explaining to do.
All right, so if you couldn't tell based on the title, we have something a little different today. How do I sound? Because my headphones are real loud. Good?
You sound good. I can turn
Okay.
you down.
Yeah, I'm a little loud. Oh,
How's that?
beautiful.
And
Better.
you sound much healthier this week.
Yes, I do. I did like the way my voice, I like the timbre. Is that the word in my
Yeah.
voice? I like that.
Timbre.
Timbre. There you go. Timbre is trees. Got it.
No, I feel like there's some timber. No, I think that is proper. To
Why?
say there's timber in your voice, I think that's proper.
Don't get me off track here. This
no,
is
but
happening.
I do.
Okay, so
He's got a lovely voice, doesn't he?
Sure.
So, if you couldn't tell by the title, I don't know what we're going to title it, if we're going to go with the original name or the white person name or the Americanized version of it.
He's got to always make it about color, doesn't he?
Okay, Americanized, sorry.
He's very racy.
Guy out of here.
All right, so this week's episode, we're taking a look at Melas Somos.
But first of all, we're not going to take it easy on you today.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't expect it because I'm not taking it easy on you guys.
Yeah, I don't care that you made the food.
We're
Because
ta-
I'm the one eating it.
We're taking a look at Melas Somos today, which in Greek translates to black broth. Now, what is black broth, you say? Well, it is what the Spartans, or traditional Greek warriors of Sparta of yesteryear, they would eat during their training. Now, do we want to explain the ingredients now, or shall I do it as we pour?
What's the part that's going to suck? Tell everybody that.
Okay.
What's the ingredient?
The main ingredient in this and what makes it black broth is pork blood.
Okay, now go pour it.
So I'll pour it now.
You had to get that bit out.
Dude, I'm telling you, the spoon is like actually making me sick.
This,
Like it's making me nauseous.
oh no! This spoon is like mud. Oh, actually, you know what? That doesn't look that bad.
What I'm saying, guys.
What? It's brown.
Stew is brown.
That is browner
It
than
doesn't-
chocolate milk.
It doesn't look.
Stew is brown. Do you see
I'm
like?
trying to psych myself
Do you see
up.
what's like living in it? There's like.
That's barley. That's barley, which is a grain like rice.
Why is it so big and thick?
That is the pork. What is
No,
it?
the barley.
It's a grain. Barley's in beer.
Oh my god! Why is it?
Barley's in beer. It's a grain.
I don't like the
Come on,
color.
Anthony,
Yours?
all right.
Let me get mine. I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna try. That's not bad.
I don't like the color.
Oh, it smells good.
Nikki, do you want to? It smells like church. It smells like the Eucharist. You can say that.
What's the matter? It smells like soup. Absolutely. It smells fine. It
I think-
smells good. We're back, guys. Anthony has plated the pig blood soup here.
Melas Somos.
I don't want to hear about your Greek, okay? I don't. Oh boy.
All right, so
I said at first that it smelled good, but you know what it smells like, Nick? I have to say it smells like Harden's poop diaper that I just changed.
It smells like the Eucharist.
No, it doesn't. It smells like a poop diaper.
It smells like church.
It smells like a poop diaper. It smells just like his poop. It smells like a poop.
Okay, so what's in it before we get there is I'll give you the process. You're gonna do some good quality olive oil.
Play it up just like the mouse
In a
said.
pot.
Play it up.
Olive oil in the pot. You're gonna get it ripping hot. You're gonna throw in half a white onion. You're gonna let that saute. I like to use barley, right? Barley is an ancient grain. You're gonna take that. You're gonna toast it
He
with
likes
those onions.
to use barley.
Well, that's what it's either barley or rice
When
for
he
this
makes
concept.
this.
Okay, so I use barley. You're going to throw that in. You're going to toast it for about 10 minutes. You're going to take a nice cheap cut of pork. I just cut it up into little cubes, threw that in.
What is it?
It's like a regular, just a bone-in pork loin, I guess. Shoulder and loin. You can use whatever you want. But I cut that up into manageable chunks. And then we boil that mixture with some water for about 40 minutes to make it soupy. While you're boiling it, you're going to throw in a couple bay leaves. I have 3 bay leaves. And then with the last about 15 minutes of boiling, you take a pint of pig's blood and you whoop into the soup. And that goes for about 10 minutes with the pig's blood. It's going to thicken it. And this is what the Spartans used to train with or eat after training. This is very nutritious for you. This, I do have to say, was the cheapest meal we've ever made on this show. But yeah, there's pig's blood in it. The only seasoning is salt. I salted the water because I would imagine as a Greek you'd probably use like ocean water.
Is there vinegar in it?
There's a lot of vinegar.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm getting hit.
There's about a half a cup of red wine vinegar in this. That's it. So I only tasted enough to season it, which is not a lot. So we're going to get this live together, all 3 of us. Are we ready to dive in?
Chris, I think I have a current mindset and it's helping me.
What?
If the Spartans watch this, they think we're babies.
I don't care about this stupid
Yeah, but they were
Greeks.
warriors. They were.
I don't care what they were. I don't care about
They
them.
fought lions.
It smells like poop, Nick.
So we're going to go, I'm at least going to go Zimmern rules. Shout out Andrew Zimmern.
No, I'm going to go my rules as a dad of 2.
I agree.
I'm going to go the dad of 2 rules.
I saw that text and immediately. Yeah.
Why do you think Greeks are better than everybody? You know who's not better than everybody? Greeks.
Listen,
They make blood soup. They're not better than everybody.
This
Stop
is-
acting like Greeks are better than everybody. They're not.
this is popular in other cultures.
I'm talking to you, George, of Holiday Diner. And all of your family members. Greeks aren't better than everybody. Italians are. Which you're also Italian.
It's sotrone, which means eat.
Manja. Don't hit me with any Greek. I'm over the Greek. Spartans. Look at what they're eating.
Let's go, boy.
Oh, this is bad. Nope.
No, but you expect me to put this in my mouth?
Yeah, with a piece of pork. Guys, you're psyching yourself out. If I didn't tell you there was blood in this, you'd never know.
Look at the color of it. I don't care what's in it.
It's actually quite delightful.
Shut up. Shut up, you liar.
He just spit out
it's
a piece.
really not bad.
He just spit out a piece of pork.
Shut up,
Tissue.
liar.
Guys, it's really not that bad.
Shut up, liar. All right.
It's not that bad.
That's enough.
You barely got any broth, though.
That's enough.
I'm calling a foul on that. There was no barley. There was no broth.
If you say that again, I'm going to dump the whole thing on you. I will dump the whole thing on you and pay for it to be cleaned. You can get me down.
Is this acceptable?
Get a load of this guy.
That's a good one.
He's calling a foul. I call it foul. You're pathetic. And your Greek culture. Nope. Absolutely.
Just go.
Just made me very upset.
Just go.
That reaction.
Just go.
That reaction hasn't helped.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
He's moved it off screen.
I can't
oh my
look
God.
at it again. Ugh.
I saw
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It tasted like iron. It tasted like straight up blood. It tasted like blood.
It didn't.
It tasted like when you cut your lip and you eat the blood.
Just eat it.
Eat the.
It tasted so metallic.
I'm going for
It tastes
bite.
like the Eucharist.
I'm going for bite 3.
It tastes like a steel beam. Yeah, you take bite 3. You're gonna have iron surplus. Nope. Absolutely not. That was horrible. The pork wasn't bad. The pork wasn't bad. Standing alone, it was fine. It wasn't great, but it was okay. That was putrid.
We're waiting on you, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, Jesus.
At least I did it. I gave it 2 bites. Oh, I don't want to watch him eat. All right, go ahead, Nick. Oh, Nick, take your drink of water, please. Eat a grape. Get it out of there. Okay.
Okay. I'm okay.
It's not bad.
I can't believe he took a bite of it.
Okay.
Thoughts?
It wasn't good. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Thank you.
It's worse than I thought it would be.
Really?
Far worse. I thought I was being a baby. That is horrid. That is so... You would rather eat a gnocchi than that.
I don't know about that. The liquid part is pretty terrible.
It's, yeah.
The meat is not
But
awful.
But I had a big chunk of pork in mine, and it kind of
Absorbed.
absorbed.
The pork isn't the worst.
No, the pork is fine.
I had a bite of the broth by itself.
Oh, yeah.
After the
I wouldn't
pork.
recommend that.
And that was what got me. And and it's the fact that I ate blood. I just don't like that. I'm not even queasy, like squeamish like that. Get it off the table now.
I agree.
Okay, we can, yeah, we'll just dump these in the turlet.
Get it away from me.
If you want to take mine too, Nikki.
Get it away from me.
We'll go on cleanup. Okay, so a couple fun things that I want to tell you now after that you've eaten that. So the market I went to, so if you think you can find pork blood, it's pretty hard. Got to go to I went to an Asian specialty market. Shout out to A Dong Market. Wish I was kidding. Shout out to
What's the name of the market?
It's A Dong Market. A space
Dong.
D-O-N-G Market.
A dong.
In West Hartford. Good old Weehaw. And I was hoping I was going to get fresh pork blood where it was just in a container. Nay. This was coagulated pork blood. So it was in little cubes. I was going to take pictures for you guys, but I didn't feel like it. They're little cubes. So what I had to do is I had to put them in my blender with water and just rip it like I was Dexter. So...
That's actually made it so much
it
worse.
does make it way worse, which is why I waited to tell you. Let me show you. I'll show you guys the video.
That's actually made me quite unhappy.
Show me the video when you're done.
Of it just turning. Yeah. Okay. Like after I.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't even look at it right now.
So, what are you guys getting in your mouth?
It
What's the
tasted
flavor?
like a metal pole. It was maybe the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Out of 10, what are you rating it?
Negative 45.
It's very specific.
I'm actually
so I'll
putting
allow it.
negative 45.
Yeah, I'll allow it because that was
Nikki?
What did I rate gnocchi?
Actually, no. 0.
Okay.
Let's be fair.
Your gnocchi, I think gnocchi was a 0.
Point 0. Five.
So you're giving this a half a point. I'm gonna go
go 10.
I'm gonna go with a 3. I don't think it was that bad. Would I order that ever? No. Would I eat it again? Probably not. If I was training as a Spartan, would I eat
You
that?
have no choice.
That's my nourishment. Of course, I'm going to eat that. But you're not going to. They don't waste any part of the pork. You're not going to waste anything. You get the blood from the pork from slaughter, and you use it as a thickener. That's what they had to do.
Absolutely.
So we now have an all-time new low. Following up our
Not
all-time.
your fault, by the way.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not worried at all. So following up our all-time high of a 9.3 Chris Quesadilla, we are now at a 1.17 for the Melas Somos, or the Spartan Soup. This is a fun one for me. This was fun.
I'm sure. It was fun to do. It sucked, but it was fun.
It was actually pretty cool to cook, too. I was psyching myself out when I was adding the blood. I was like, I was getting nervous. And then like I added it, and in my mind, the first thing I thought of, I was like, well, they say pork tastes like human. Like, should we be on a list right now? Like, what if I really like it?
Right. What if it's really good?
Like, what if I really like the taste of pork blood?
And I really don't.
I feel like a Spartan. I do. I feel like I can,
so next time I'm gonna make this again. We're gonna hit a wicked full body workout, and then we're gonna go eat this right after.
Not me.
Yeah, you can enjoy that.
Nope.
So as Leonidas said, tonight we dine in hell. So I think
I got a question for you.
got an answer for you.
Okay. I want to know why you think Greeks are so much better than everybody.
Well, I don't think they're better than everybody.
Clearly you do if you make this nonsense.
Well, no, it's just this popped up. I saw it. It's Spartan. I'm very into history.
Yeah.
So I was just reading the Spartans, and then I found this. If you find me something from the Roman Empire, we'll do that too.
No, I don't want to have any of the Roman food. Nope. Did they eat pasta?
Probably not.
Then I don't care. they can go die too. Well, look where they are, dead.
No, honestly, I'll give you a little credit. It's worse in your mind than it is in your mouth.
Oh, it's way worse in your mind.
Not to
I was
me.
nervous. So to me, it kind of smelled while I was cooking it. I kept telling Jules, I'm like, come over here. It smells like church. It literally smells like the.
It smells like incense, you're saying? It smells like frankincense?
That's
smells
not
like
a good
myrrh.
thing.
That's what I thought it smelled like. And I'm like, oh, it's probably the bay leaf. And then I pulled the bay leaves out, and then I was smelling those, and I was like, no, I think it's the vinegar in the blood.
It's probably the blood in the vinegar. It's the blood of Christ. You are converting it.
The blood of Christ is pork blood.
Again, this
Oh, Anthony.
something we had to
not
do.
in a good way.
This was something we had to do.
Yes.
We had to do this. So that
For
was,
the talk.
That was Spartan Soup, ladies and gents.
All right, well, we've all tried it now. We've done it. We did it. It's over.
It's over.
The liquid part was rancid. It really was.
It was so bad.
If I didn't have a big piece of pork with mine, I would have actually probably spit up.
That was really gross. It was...
And it left a terrible aftertaste.
It really did. It had a metal taste to me. Very iron heavy. I mean, listen, if you're building massive constructions, that is high protein, high iron, high calorie, good carbs from the barley. I mean, it's very, like you said, very nutrient dense.
And guys, I didn't even make it as thick as it's usually made.
I saw the
we did
pictures.
see the
We looked at the
pictures.
pictures.
Yeah, it's literally black.
Yeah, it looks like mud. I know.
Yeah, the pictures are actually really gross.
The barley kind of. Oh, this is actually. So this is the pork blood, like that. That's how it was. That's what it
That's
looked
an
like.
issue.
That's what it
that's
looked like.
actually an issue.
And I literally had to. I had to blend it up in my blender.
Oh, no.
Listen, guys, if it was for survival, you'd eat it.
I think I'd rather die.
I don't know about that. You know what, Anthony? We're done. I'm done with your food. I love you, but I'm done with that nonsense.
Well, good thing that I don't have to cook next week, and neither do you, and neither does Nikki.
We have a guest.
We have a
next
special
week.
guest coming next week.
Wait, that's confirmed?
It is confirmed.
It is.
And we are making him cook. You will not know. You probably won't know who it is, but if you're listening, you know who it is.
If you follow us around from XCI to here, then you know, because we've stormed that ship before.
And we do mean boat.
Yes. All right, Anthony. Well, that's a good thing, but I'm going to tell you something else good, all right? This is in no particular order. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary of In No Particular Order on WXCI on Monday. That was only 2 days ago. It feels like last week. But we celebrated the 10-year anniversary, so this is the beginning of the 11th year of it, we'll say. It's about that time, 10 years ago. So, we roll on with In No Particular Order, or INPO. I always see it as INPO. Thank you. Thank you, I've earned this.
I was waiting for the Jolly Rancher word of the week to be hemoglobin.
That would have been good. The Yukon women absolutely rocked South Carolina. The Gamecocks went down 87-58. Statement win for the Huskies, and one that, in my opinion, has really shown that this team can compete for a national championship next month. Next month! It's next month already, which means pretty soon is going to be our bracket madness. Okay? If you remember last year, it was March and Starch madness. This year we have another one cooking up.
It was blasphemous is what it was.
Still angry?
I am. You guys are idiots.
Don't worry, we've got clips coming up. We've got a special 100th episode show coming up.
In the works?
That might make its way on there. But the other thing I wanted to mention about the Yukon win is that it was South Carolina that had won 71 straight home games leading up to that game. And Yukon not only won, but they won in a major way. They won by 29. So they're obviously the good of the week. Really cool. Oh, shout out to my mother-in-law, Cindy, who was at the Basketball Hall of Fame today. I'm going to show you the picture, Anthony.
You wearing an Anders Lee shirt?
I am wearing an Anders Lee shirt. Very, very astute of you to notice. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Tell him.
Alex Caravan.
Alex Caravan. With my mother-in-law, Cindy. She's at the Hall of Fame at this cool dinner, and Alex was there. So, shout out to her. So, go Yukon. She's the biggest Yukon fan I know. Nikki is, but Cindy's, I think, a bigger fan than you.
Probably.
She has a shrine. She has a shrine a permanent Christmas tree upstairs in her house.
Yukon overlooks everything in her house.
It does. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've been there.
You've seen it. That's right. It does overlook the entire. It's on near the railing there.
A little balcony thing.
Yeah.
Hisham might have her beat.
Oh, that's true. He could. She watches. I know a lot of people are huge Yukon fans around here. She's just a huge one. Shout out to her. Okay.
Just killing these grapes. Delicious.
They're fantastic grapes. You did well.
Especially relative to what we just ate.
Yes.
There's feta over there too, but
nope. The cause of the heists of Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and other high-profile professional athletes has been discovered. Remember a few weeks ago, I talked about this. Their homes were getting broken into, and they were trying to find out who did it. They arrested some guy in America. Well, it was a team of 7 Chilean migrants. Okay, it's a closed case. Well, they figured out who did it. What a stupid thing.
Well, the guy posed with Joe Burrow's gold. He was wearing Joe Burrow's grills.
Yes.
It's pretty open and close.
Well, not everybody's thought process is the same, so to speak. It's a monstrosity. And so anyway, they're done, and that's the end. That's it. That's the end. Because I'm going to go off for a minute on the bad. I changed my mind about the USA fights. I think it's a shame.
Why?
Thank you. I agree.
I have watched, and this is not you or anybody, this is me. It was the social media that ruined it for me. Because every social media outlet was like, I saw a video today. I forget who posted it. I saw it on my recommended for you. I was showing my class a science video, and that was on there. and it said, the best 9 seconds of international hockey in history. What are you talking about? Are you telling me the Miracle on Ice was not as good as 9 seconds of orchestrated fighting?
No, we're just saying that it's about time that...
It's not the best.
No, okay. I can agree with you. It's not the best international play we've ever seen because there's probably a lot of international games that have better 9 seconds. But the whole point of it was our neighbors to the north, the snow fellas, as we'd like to call them.
Who calls them that?
I don't know.
The snow fellas.
Who calls anyway.
They FAFO. F around and found out.
No,
Yes,
what?
yes, they did.
What?
Because the whole world and the whole sports world, is specifically Canada, is just so anti-American because of politics, which is ridiculous in the first place.
Whatever.
But they're gonna
All
go
right.
out and they're gonna boo the U.S. national anthem.
Yeah, but here's the problem I have, Anthony. The players had a group chat and were like, hey, do you guys want to all fight?
Yeah, if they need to have a tilt, they need to have a tilt.
They should have all fought each other at the same time and had a brawl.
Line brawl would have been better, but I mean,
Did
again,
the players boo the anthem? Remind me.
no, but it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay.
It doesn't matter.
So why
Stupid
did we
fans.
fight them?
It doesn't
For
matter
show.
though. Yeah, exactly, for show.
That's why I don't like
That's why it's a shame.
the
So we
And
should
it's
never.
an
So we
embarrassment.
should
Wait,
never
wait.
boo. So we should never boo any team ever because we're not playing.
Huh?
What are you talking? Here he goes on the Panthers stuff.
No, now
listen.
we're starting. It's
No,
ridiculous.
I want to compare it to a different brawl. All right. So there was a brawl. My favorite brawl ever was the Sabres versus the Senators. That was a rivalry. It still is a rivalry. They're close to each other. Chris Drury, who's the GM of the Rangers, got sidelined by somebody on the Senators. The next play, okay, not the next game like the Blue Jackets do. The next play, Lindy Ruff, who's still the coach of the team, sent out all his enforcers and basically said, go jump them. And jump them they did. And they just jumped the whole Senators team. Every player just jumped the other guy. So Ray Emery came out of the goal. Remember, you know Ray Emery.
Yes.
From the Senators, rest in peace, Ray. And he fought Marty Biron, who had no business fighting at all in an NHL game. And Emery was just clobbering him. And it was just all so exciting. I think it was 07 to 09, that time frame. And it was so natural. It occurred so naturally. And it was so fun to watch. And it was real intense anger. They were so angry. The coaches started arguing between the benches. The coach, Lindy Ruff of the Sabres, fell down in between the benches and was shouting at Andy Murray. I think it was Andy Murray. I think. Who was on the coach of the Senators at the time. It was just nonstop madness. And so when you saw what the game was, and I'm not saying anything bad against you, but you are relatively new to the game.
Yeah.
So even 20 years ago, you still got like a line brawl or two. I mean, you saw even the Talbot.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them. There was one that was Rangers and the Devils had a whole line brawl.
Yeah, so they happen, but they just feel that one. The feeling of it being scripted to me made it silly.
Yes, it was silly.
Now, if the players on the United States at the face-off were like, "Hey, let's go now," I feel like that would be. But like all the players on both teams were like, "Yeah, we talked about it."
So yeah, but that was the thing, right? It was. I saw the interview with Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah.
He was saying like we had a whole group chat and. It was to get everybody like hype and get the energy up, but it was only exacerbated by Canadian fans booing the U.S. anthem, and that's what makes it awesome.
they're
to
still
me.
gonna do it.
Yeah, and guess what? We're gonna whoop that ass again
Yeah,
on
but-
the ice.
yeah.
It's gonna
But
happen.
are they gonna fight 3 times in 9
They
seconds
should.
again?
They absolutely should.
That is the most childish thing I've ever seen. Actually, like that was actually
And
the
we
most.
love the fighting
That
and
was
the
the
brawls.
most.
How?
That was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. Seriously, that was
How,
like I
though?
got secondhand embarrassment because they're out there fighting. Hey, bro, if you care so much, first of all, if you're so angry about them booing your national anthem, the whole team should be fighting the other team. I should see Anthony Cirelli fighting Hagel. Honestly, if we're that mad about Canada versus USA, but that's besides the point.
Wouldn't that be something?
Exactly. They're teammates. All these guys are teammates. You want them to fight each other over this stupid thing?
Yeah, dude, it's becoming a rivalry.
You want them to beat each other up and they're on the same hockey team when their day job? This is an injury fest.
And you know,
over here.
while I find the Four Nations thing very exciting and I'm actually watching
it's
it,
fun. It's a lot of fun.
the disloyalty that the players have shown towards the people that actually pay their contracts is actually kind of crazy. Like they're saying, "Oh, I'm taking this more serious than my NHL season." That's kind of insane.
Because hockey is the only sport, and maybe baseball with the World Baseball Classic. Hockey is the only sport where you have to. I think I just saw someone with PK Subban was saying this. Like you have to play it 1,000% intensity all the time, or it's just you're not going to be good. And these guys are taking it seriously. Like there's a reason why the Tkachuks will never. They've already said we will never represent hockey. We are Americans, and it's like
They're thugs.
That's a big thing.
You mean Canada?
That's what I say.
Hockey.
Oh yeah, we will never.
Hockey and Canada
We will
are
never.
synonymous.
We will never represent Canada because we are Americans.
Well, what's interesting about what you both said right there is that I've noticed that players are taking it more seriously than the NHL contract. And I think a reason why is because there's been basically 10 straight years of no international hockey between NHL players. And yes, that all came to a head
It's a big
on
deal.
Saturday.
It's a big deal.
And I expect tomorrow, it'll already be over when this airs, but on Thursday's final game between U.S. and Canada, I expect the intensity to still be there or even more. And I'm fine with that. But I don't want them to go out and do the same nonsense and say, hey, let's fight 3 more times. I don't think there's a need for that. I don't mind the fighting. I love the fighting. The fighting's part of the game. It's a great part of hockey. I love that it's part of the game. It's so unique. And it makes it so badass that it's part of the game. But the scripted aspect of it, like I wish Tkachuk didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like showing how the sausage is made. Like it makes sense where it's like, hey, just shut up and eat the hot dog. Don't worry about what's in it. Like,
right. I want to
get
just
that.
see it and not have to think that it's scripted. You know what I mean?
I get that, but I think
it was so clearly scripted, though.
I think that it was scripted, but the fact of the anthem getting booed then turned into this is bigger than that.
If they cared that much, the whole team should have been fighting. I mean, I don't understand. And, like, that's all. No, honestly, it's just stupid. Like, really. And, if they care that much, how about you win the game and show it to them? Which they did. Yeah, I'm very aware they did. And that's how you back it up. You don't back it up by having 3 stupid fights in the beginning. And if Canada was smart, they would have stood there with their gloves on while Tkachuk looked like an idiot with his gloves off and went to the box for 5 minutes. They got a free power play.
The U.S. won 3.
That's what I would have done.
U.S. won 3 fights and then won the game.
Okay, I'm not getting into this, but they did not with the 3 fights.
You can get into it.
No, I'm not.
But
they didn't win 3 fights.
Definitely 2. Definitely
they won
2.
2.
Brady probably lost his.
Yes. Let's not get crazy saying 3.
But again,
because I'm not glazing thugs.
Thug? What do you mean thugs? How are they thugs?
They're like Marchand Juniors over there.
Marchand was on Canada.
Okay, yeah, he's a thug too. I don't know what you want me to say, but you didn't see him. Guys, we're gonna fight Canada tomorrow. Moron.
But it's a big deal.
I can't wait, man. They booed our anthem.
It's a big.
They probably don't even know the lyrics to the anthem.
It's a
That's
big
the best
deal
part.
for it.
They probably couldn't even sing the anthem.
So we'll just never have the Olympics because why are we gonna? Who cares?
Huh?
Who cares about the Olympics? The best Olympic moment ever, Jesse Owens running through Nazi Germany, being the fastest person ever. That means nothing. Who cares?
No, that means everything because he won.
I think the miracle is the best moment ever. I'm partial.
That was a good one. But okay, we're saying that playing for your country means nothing.
No, whoa. When did I say that, brother?
But you're saying it right now. Oh,
how?
Why are they fighting? Who cares?
Yeah, win the game. That's how you show you care, and that's how you show you're better. You just fight the guy because you can, because you're a thug. I didn't see Connor McDavid fight anyone. Why?
Connor McDavid
because he shows it How?
McDavid doesn't fight anybody
Because he doesn't have to back it up like
Because
that.
people
Because
aren't-
he's the best player in the world.
because he's not built like that.
He's
gotten into fights before.
He can still fight someone.
He's gotten into fights before. He can hold his own. He's a big dude.
Yeah, okay, but he's not. That's not him.
If I'm
He'd kill me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he's
probably.
not a thug.
So anybody that fights automatically a thug.
No, anybody that fights like an idiot and scripts their fights and only cares about their fights is a thug. Matt Remp, thug.
I agree with that because that's all he does.
The Tkachuk brothers, Thug 1 and Thug
The
2.
Tkachuk-
They have 4 goals this whole Four Nations thing.
How many fights do they have? How many penalty minutes do they have?
5.
Probably 1 million.
Well, I mean, there's no doubting that the Tkachuk brothers are two of the
All right,
best.
so-
I mean, they're excellent at what they do.
Listen, next Summer Olympics and the track and field section, I want the gun to go off and I want Noah Lyles to just take a full sprint at the guy next to him and just start beating him.
But that's
Just
not
beating
part
him.
of
You
track and
booed
field.
my anthem.
That's not
You
part
booed
of,
my
That's
anthem.
not part
You
of
booed
track,
it.
though.
But
It's a part
but
of hockey.
He should be angry.
It's a
He
part
should be
of
angry.
hockey.
Our anthem got booed.
You should trip him.
He should
trip
move the
him at the
hurdle.
line.
That's a part. It's not a part of. Now you're just grasping at straws.
No, I'm not grasping
Yes,
at straws.
you are.
I don't know if
It's
it's
a part of
grasp. I
hockey,
think he's got a
but it should
point.
be organic. Not we're gonna fight these guys because they blew our anthem right when the game starts.
Okay, but what's the difference of a team that's struggling and then they start? I'm trying to think. Like they put Ryan Reeves on the first line. Hey Ryan, the team's been struggling. These guys are coming out flat. Drop the gloves as soon as the puck drops. That's organized. That's premeditated.
No,
that's the
that's
same
not
thing,
how
Nick.
it goes. That's like, yo, they just took a run at our star player.
No, it's absolutely
sent
not.
Reeves out there, or everyone come in and get him. It's not Reeves. Oh, we're losing 2-0. Oh, let's just go fight him because we can't win.
I love his voice.
How many times was Ryan Reeves put in just to fight when the team was flat? Because I saw it with Minnesota.
Yes, but does he just fight whoever for the
Yes!
fun of it? No, he
Yes!
does not.
Yes, he does.
No, he takes the enforcer.
Thank you.
He finds the biggest dude and swings on him.
Yes, the enforcer, the other guy on the team that fights. That has
Actually,
probably
Ryan
been-
Hartman does that.
He does.
that's the thug right there.
Yes, Hartman's a thug.
Reeves is not a thug per se. He's one of the few that does it right.
Yes.
Matty Martin does it right. I mean, the Tkachuks can be dirty. They can be dirty. I don't know if I would call them thugs, but
Well, what I
they
saw,
can be
that
dirty.
was-
It's Ryan Reeves, the Tkachuk brothers, 500 miles of crap, Matt Rempe. That's how it goes.
Marchand Rempe.
And then under that is Diamond Hands. I know you don't like him.
It's Marchand Rempe. You can't forget Marchand.
Fair.
Marchand is just
Because he
kind of
doesn't
a
fight.
pest.
He's just dirty.
I mean, he licked somebody on the Lightning.
Yeah.
What was that? He licked him. It's disgusting.
remember
Ryan
He was
McDonough or
like-
something.
Spit at somebody. Like, he's just a scumbag.
Yeah, and he always does those. Like, he used to do that thing where he'd, like, go at the guy's legs, like, skate under their legs
Yes.
and flip them up.
Yes. Yeah, he's a skunky player.
Skunky.
Yeah.
So can I well, before we I don't know if we're gonna go into baseball at all, but I saw something today and I wanted to do an honorable mention bad.
This script is blown
It's
up.
gone. Okay, honorable mention bad if you'd
Sure,
let me.
go ahead. That was a segment all
Did
of
you-
it by itself.
It's so
Did you-
stupid. It shouldn't even be a debate.
Did you guys see the whole Rafi Devers situation with the Alex Bregman signing?
I heard about this. It's with the playing third base, right?
So what had happened was Chaim Bloom, who was the previous
Say that
general
again?
manager. Chaim,
Chaim. I just wanted to hear you say
you got to
I like
say it. You got
I
to
like
say
how
it
you say
properly.
it. Yes.
He was the former general manager of the Red Sox. He is the guy that gave Rafi Devers his big extension.
Yes.
And said, you're going to play third base.
Yep.
And the Red Sox, as people know, signed Alex Bregman. And all of a sudden, people are like, ooh, who's going to play third? Is Bregman going to play third? Is Rafi going to play third? Who's playing third? Who's on third? So
I don't know who's on third.
they came out, and I'm just ignoring it. They came out and asked Rafi, they're like, hey, man, will you move to DH? And he just looked at the camera and was like, no, I'm a third baseman. Which is bold because he's defensively one of the worst third basemen
Yes,
in the
I
league.
was hoping you said it.
And Alex Bregman has been, he's pretty good with
He's solid
He's
infielder.
decent infielder. But Alex Cora came out. Now there's this huge rift, or so they think, between Devers and Cora because they came out and they asked Alex Cora, they're like, oh, Rafi doesn't want to move. He's like, yeah, I don't care. He's like, the guy that promised him that isn't even here anymore. Rafi's going to play where I tell him to play, which it's stepping on toes. Like that's like you don't do that with your only superstar. The Red Sox have a lot coming through the pipeline, but as of right now, he's their only superstar. Yeah. And now you have other players like Tristan Cassis, who's their first baseman, and he needs media training because they asked him, who do you think is going to play third? And he's like, well, Rafi's only ever played third. I think Rafi should play third. And it's like, dude, the only thing you need to say is that's not my decision to make. That's Alex Cora's. I'm going to play first and worry about myself. Like, dude, that's what you say. Like, what is going on in Boston right now?
Because the media is going to take that,
and
they will, and they have,
because it's a big market in Boston.
And now they're going to pit him against Bregman
and Rafi, and Cora, and you're going to see it's anytime that Cassis is sat down for something or gets pulled from a game, it's going to be, oh, does Cora not like Cassis? This is a whole big issue, and it's an issue because
I love that it's happening.
Because Rafi Devers decided, no, I'm not going to be a team player. I get you were signed to play third base, but when you're not, I mean, just do what Aaron Judge did. They asked him, hey, have you seen this? He goes, yeah. They said, well, what would you do? He's like, dude, I'll play anywhere. I'll bat first. I'll bat ninth. I will do anything the coach and the team needs me to do. That is why he's the captain of the Yankees.
And he will.
That is why he's the face of baseball, or one of the faces of baseball.
And no offense to Gleyber Torres, but he's not on the team right now, and I know one of the things that he said is, I'm a second baseman.
I'm not going to play third. Are you kidding me?
Okay, well, guess what? Now you're not on the team. And I have no problem. It was a love-hate with Gleyber.
Yeah, it was.
But I think we ended on a nice, he had a nice ending to his Yankee career.
It ended on a good note. If they re-signed him, I wouldn't have been upset.
He had a good playoffs. I wouldn't have been mad. But again, he might have squeezed himself a little with saying, I'm a second baseman. I think that's a problem. Nick, what do you think?
I agree. I mean, I played baseball most of my life, and I'll play whatever position. As long as I can be on the team. As long as I'm playing, honestly, that's all I care about. I don't want to sit, obviously, but if you have me on the field, I'm chilling. So, yeah, it's kind of childish if you're saying that. You only play one position.
And for Devers, really, he doesn't have to be known for his defense. He's known for his bat. He's an excellent power hitter.
He's Garrett Cole's daddy.
Also, he's the entire Yankees rotation's daddy. He's big. He's Ortiz Jr. Every single game, he hits a home run or two against the Yankees. But again, he's a superstar at the plate. He's an elite hitter at this level, and he's not an elite fielder, and he shouldn't worry. He shouldn't really need to worry about what position he plays. So what if you DH?
Listen, man. I was just gonna say that when I was playing baseball, and I would look and I would see EH because the pitcher would hit a lot of times, just extra hitter rather than designated hitter. Anytime I'd see Barberi EH, I was like, yes. It's like I get to sit on the bench. I get to throw some seeds in. I get to not worry about anything but hitting this ball. Like, thank you. I used to love it. I don't understand why players don't want to be a full-time DH. I get it to a certain point, but
it's very fun. I think defense is one of the most fun parts of baseball, to be honest.
Not when you're bad at it. I was
I was
okay. I was a horrible third baseman.
Yeah, but if you're in the MLB, you can't be that bad at
it. Bad at a major league by major league standards. Yes.
Okay, fair.
I didn't sit at Game 5 of the World Series to hear you say that comment. I saw.
The lights were too bright. They're not bad. The lights were too bright.
You got that right. Very well.
Third base is more fun than second base, though. I will say that.
And Bregman,
I love second base.
Bregman did the
Second
professional
base is
thing.
boring.
Bregman came out and was like, I'll play anywhere, which that's something you'd expect
That's
from Bregman.
what I saw. That was the only part of it that I saw before you brought it up today at work. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Dude, it's like Mike Trout. I don't know if you saw the thing about Mike Trout. I don't want to go on a baseball tangent here, but they're moving Mike Trout to right field because they're like, dude, you can't play center anymore. You're getting you're old. Your body's breaking down.
What a shame.
I saw a stat. He's only over the last 5 seasons. He's only played in 45% of the Angels games.
That's such a shame. That team ruined him.
But it's like, dude, that's like him going nah, I'm a center fielder. I'm going to play center field. No, go play where the coach tells you to play. I don't care who you are.
I just want him to play a playoff game in his career.
Well, he's played one and he's lost it. There's one wild. He's actually been to more Philadelphia Eagles playoff games than his actual team.
Wow. Oh, my God. All right, let's switch gears a little bit here before we go and do the grinders for the week. Is the NBA, this is where Nikki comes in, is the NBA All-Star Game
Trash, yes.
on the verge of being eradicated?
Sort of. Depends on your definition of eradication. Completely remove it? Probably not. But they should definitely revert it back to East versus West and stop with these stupid, let's have these random people pick 4 teams and draft them and find a way to make them care. Make the winner get home court advantage in the finals. And
You can't do that.
Damian Lillard came out and said he's fine with that. Who are you to say you're not?
You can't do that.
I loved that in the MLB All-Star
No
Game.
way. You can't. Home. I don't know if it's
All right,
bad.
so how do you make the players care?
You don't
have
make
a
them care.
best-on-best tournament like the NHL did.
You can't make them care. Give them a week off. Hey, you're
Right?
an all-star. What does it matter?
Well, it's a big money sponsorship thing.
Yeah. So you either there's 2 ways. You force people to do things, and then you get the NHL one the other year with the speed skating contest. The guy was just like dilly-dallying around, or you get Max
That was
McClung.
Kucherov.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed.
You get Max McClung in the dunk contest again. The dude doesn't even play in the NBA, right? He's a G League guy,
He might be like a bench,
and he's in the dunk contest. Like
like a reserve, yeah.
you got to make people care, but it's a culture thing with the NBA.
Or just give them an incentive. Whichever team wins gets home court advantage in the final.
But that's so I don't know. It means a lot though.
Make them care.
I didn't like that for baseball though because you can't. Baseball is one where home field advantage is huge. I don't think home court advantage really means that much in basketball. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm just so far out of the loop in basketball.
I think it matters in every sport.
It does.
Equally.
But it's like, dude, like you can't, because then you start. Then the fan vote means something, and then like it's just a whole,
so then the votes will actually go to the right people.
it's a whole slippery
Because they
slope.
want their team to win to
So
get
you-
home field advantage.
So you got to stop. Then you have to take the fan vote out of it completely, which I think it should be anyway. I think all-star teams should be kind of like how high schools and colleges do it. The coaches decide. Or
Yeah, but
other
the fans
players.
will vote the right way.
Fans will never vote the right way,
If home court advantage is on the line,
dude. Fans will vote for a fan favorite player 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. And there's so many in the NBA.
it needs to be East versus West, regardless.
I think that right there is a good way to start.
Yeah, and the scoring system needs help. It needs to be like, why can't it just be a normal game of basketball? Or at least like, I don't know, cut the time down a little so they're not like super fatigued. But still, I don't know. East versus West.
Play like 4 8-minute quarters.
Yeah.
4
Do
10-minute quarters or something. I mean,
And
when
how
you
about
got
a money
guys-
incentive.
like the NHL did that. There was $1 million to the winning team. I mean, you saw
Charity incentive.
a little bit more try with that. A little bit more. I think what the NHL has done this year is outstanding. And I know we were just arguing about the semantics of it and the scripting of the fights and whatever. But even with that, it still was intense. And tomorrow's game is going to be outstanding hockey. It's going to be pedal to the metal all game. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's really exciting that the United States and Canada are playing an international game for a championship.
Yeah, that's really cool, but you can't do that in.
I know, and that's what stinks, because the players also in basketball are really vocal about not wanting to even be a part of it.
It's not even want to be a part. Dude, how many games has Embiid played over the last 5 seasons? The dude just doesn't play because he doesn't want to. You think he's going to go? You think they care about $1 million when you get guys like Fred VanVleet getting ridiculous amounts of money to be a subpar starter?
That's what I'm saying. Home field advantage to the winner. We'll get players to care and play the game. Damian Lillard said he was okay with it. He encouraged it.
I just think I think it's too extreme, but
I mean, I would at least be open to like letting the All-Stars vote to decide.
Yeah, because like I said, though, it's just a slippery slope, though, because if you really want the All-Stars and you want the best players to play, the fans can't decide that.
Okay, fine. That's fine and dandy. Who's deciding it then?
Then you have to go coaches players. You have to have a coach's vote. You have to have a player's vote.
Okay.
The same way they do all pro teams.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only way it works.
I'm cool with that.
Very good. Again. All right. The last thing we're going to do today, before our grinders, we are going to look, and you better pull it up, because it was your homework for today.
I was not given homework, by the way.
Check the script. That's all I've got to say.
You know I don't.
Check the script. Guy claims to be part of the podcast. I don't look at the script.
Yeah, because I'm organic.
What do you think? I do it for
This is not a show. This is a podcast. I don't need a script, bro.
All right. Well, so anyway, what we're gonna it's a framework.
I like that. It is a framework.
Then don't call it a script, brother.
I made it and we didn't follow it at all today.
Okay,
we
so
didn't.
why are you mad that I
Which
didn't
is
look?
great. Well, this is the one thing I want to do. So it is officially late February as of the time this is posted, and we have 16 NHL teams, on the outside of the playoff picture, and 16 teams in the playoff picture right now. We don't have to go in depth. I want all three of us to pick our team on the outside looking in that will make the push and make the playoffs, and a quick reason why.
Okay, I'll start it. My team to make a playoff push, they are only 3 points out as of this recording right now. They have the power of Tate McRae. This is the Calgary Flames. I think these guys are going to make a playoff push. They're trailing Vancouver. Vancouver's been that team all year where we've kind of looked at them as like, how are they still doing well? Calgary is very good goaltending. We've talked about this before. I think it's Dustin Wolf has been on fire. They've been scoring a lot of goals from the guys that should be scoring goals. I think Calgary and their awesome uniforms and their awesome arena and Tate McRae make the playoffs.
Nick?
This team is 4 points out of the playoffs right now on the eastern side of things, and it is the New York Islanders. This is not a joke, actually. They are one of the hottest teams in hockey. They always find a way to make the playoffs. And yes, I know they have had a rough February, but their schedule has been the hardest schedule in February out of all the NHL teams, and they actually won 2 of the 5 games. So I think the Islanders actually will be on the outside looking in, and then they will be on the inside looking out.
I know.
We will have an exact replica of what happened last year.
I know.
In which they will make it and have a first round exit to somebody.
I know.
Washington,
I can't
Carolina.
believe you said that.
It's just obvious.
I know it is. I think the New York Rangers are my team. They're 3 points out right now. They have not been playing very well, but I'm still kind of waiting for them to kick it into gear, and they're in a place where, Islanders are too, where they rattle off another 7 out of 10, they're in the playoff spot. And so I think the Rangers, of any team there, I think they're the team on the outside looking in that I would take. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet the Rangers right now.
One thing I do like about the Four Nations too is it's giving a lot of these teams that came in limping, right? It gives them an actual break where, they can have some players playing. Brock Nelson is 500 years old and still on the ice right now, so he's not getting as much of a break as he should.
He only looks like he's 500.
Yeah, all the comments are talking about it too, but he's only 33, bro.
He's not that old.
No, he just looks old. But you have teams like the Islanders that can kind of get things together. A lot of teams are coming off of win streaks. You have Winnipeg, they've won 8 straight. So does that cool them off? I don't think so. They're really good. But Montreal has lost 3. They can kind of reset there. Ottawa has lost 3. They can kind of reset there. Minnesota, they haven't. They beat the Islanders in the last game, but they're 6-4 in their last 10. So it's a lot of big reset, which I like.
And what we talked about when I was watching that game with you, we were texting back and forth.
I cannot believe how you predicted that game.
Well, the reason why I said what I said was because the Islanders were absolutely gassed. You could see it with 5 minutes left in the second period. They just couldn't skate. It was the second half of back-to-back. They've got Tony DeAngelo on defense, who scored 2 goals for the Wild. It's just... they did all they could. They had a great January and February to combine. And a lot of teams like them are decimated, and they needed to get healthy, and it's going to help them. Very good. Grammy's Grinders of the Week, everybody. I haven't gone first in a long time, so I'll go first. I will go first this week. Ozzy Fudd. Okay? She scored 28 points for UConn to end South Carolina's 71-game home winning streak. So the Huskies are all on my mind today. Outstanding work by Miss Fudd. 28 points. That's huge. She's my Grammy's Grinder.
My Grammy's Grinder is Omar Mamouche. This is Man City's newest striker. He got a hat trick in 14 minutes on Saturday. That's insane. And this was one of his first games with our team. And he's killing it. I mean, he was supposed to kill it, but that's still insane.
What happened to City today?
Not good. But Omar Mamouche did great on Saturday. And my grinder at XCI was Ederson for getting his assist record. One of the assists was to Mamouche. So I was linked up on both my grinders this week.
Very good.
All right, my Grammys Grinder this week is it's a little anti-American. It's Samuel Ersson of the Philadelphia Flyers, or Team Finland. Team Sweden. We talked about the Swedish goalies being Philip Gustafsson and Linus Ullmark. Samuel Ersson had been a healthy scratch for the first 2 games of the tournament. Came in, made 32 saves for Sweden, played really well against the U.S. Granted, the U.S. had already punched their ticket to the finals, and they did not play with McAvoy, Matthews, Matthew Tkachuk, and then Brady Tkachuk left, so these guys weren't running out their A squad. Nonetheless, though, this is a huge game for Sam Ersson, and this is something where I think he's going to build on this, and he's going to be the future of the Flyers.
He's had a good season for the Flyers. I like that pick. Yeah, that's a big deal. He won an international game, the only win that Sweden had. You know, they've been kind of searching for a goaltender after Henrik Lundqvist retired. He was their guy for his whole career. He didn't have to worry in goal ever. Very good. All right, guys.
Real quick.
Yes.
Shout out to Pop or our landlord or Jack for putting me on Mamouche, because he was telling me about him and he wanted him to go to Tottenham, and he was saying that he's going to be insane, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. And now he's here and he's insane. So shout out.
Shout out to Pop. Thank you for watching and listening to Sports and Spaghetti. Do this.
Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next video.
Thank you, Sabrina, as always. Follow us on TikTok at Sports and Spag Pod, and on Instagram at Sports and Spaghetti Pod. A lot of you did. We had our best week ever last week. Over 120 views as of right now. It's probably going to go up a little more before we post the next episode, which is this one. So thank you so much to everybody that watched and listened. It really means a lot. I've had a lot of fun watching the numbers this week. Anthony.
It was a great time watching the numbers. This was checking it at 3 a.m. when I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, let me just check it out. It's like 10 more. So
yeah, it's
cool. Means a lot to us because right now, we do it to talk, but we do it because people like to listen, which is cool. Anyway. That's Nikki. That's Chris. I'm Ant. We had some soup today. That's all I'm going to say. We had some grapes. We had some feta. As always, take care of your loved ones. If you have to buy pork blood and it's congealed, you actually have to put it in a blender, and it makes your living room and kitchen, not living room, it makes your kitchen look like a Dexter scene. And as always, stay full.